Well, I am a Philhellene. I think it's safe to say a lover of Greece. And a few years ago, you'll probably remember there was this terrible sovereign debt crisis in the Hellenic Republic, and it was just appalling. They owed huge amounts of money. They were being taken for a ride by a lot of banks, and there was a rise of both socialism on the one hand and the Golden Dawn, the extreme right on the other. And it was awful to see this country being so beggared by the financial crisis. And I did a number of things. One was I thought, well, what can we do in Britain? What can I do? I can't lend them billions of dollars. But one thing, just I thought as a very important psychological and thing would be to return the Elgin marbles, the incredibly important marble friezes and part of the entablature of the Parthenon in the Acropolis in Greece. And the British Museum has had them for a very long time, and they're a very major attraction there. And it struck me that in the modern age it's always been possible to take a mould of them, because there's a perfect mould of them in Scotland where Lord Elgin himself had his castle. So the British Museum I thought should take a cast, but also should film in 360 degree and 3D virtual reality, augmented reality, everything that technology could offer, should film the movement of these precious and extraordinary marbles all the way across Europe until they arrive at the new and wonderful Acropolis Museum in Athens. And I thought, that would be classy. It would be a classy thing to do. Yes, the British Museum is always saying, we've got the right to them, we paid for them. And it was a con when they paid for them. It's just absurd. And you say, yes, I know you're a museum, and de-acquisition is a dirty word. And they always use the slippery slope argument, which you might as well call the slippery slope fallacy, because Italy, under Berlusconi, gave quite a lot of Greek artifacts back to Athens without having to give them all. It's not a slippery slope. We say, no, we'll give you this, we'll keep our other things, but this we see as a symbolic act of friendship between Britain and Greece, and because it recognizes that however much Greece owed the banks of the world, it is nothing to what the world owes Greece. And I thought it would be just a marvellous thing to do, but unfortunately, because it didn't happen. Anyway, I did a number of debates on this, and it came to the attention of the Greek government, who very sweetly asked if I would come as their guest to visit and talk and so on. So I had a marvellous time in Athens, and I spoke to a lot of people there, and our own ambassador was actually a rather terrific figure. And if you go there, you get a true sense of why and how these myths and these ideas perhaps grew up, because there's something very, very remarkable about Greece and the seas around the islands. And so I'd recommend anybody go there, because in going there you're helping the people, which is a great thing to do, and you're getting a pretty cheap usually and a fantastic holiday.